Looking for financial insights you can trust?
How do you protect yourself as an investor? What's the strategy?
I think it's really simple. I think you just want to be diversified in your portfolio.
The Payne family brings real-world experience to every conversation.
Well, I think that's the problem right now is, right, a lot of people that are close to retirement, they're taking so much risks. And if we do get a big sell-off, it could derail their retirement.
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
From writer-director Ryan Johnson.
The Holy Grail, a perfectly impossible crime.
Wake Up Dead Man has critics singing its praises.
God help me. Anything else?
It's a deliciously entertaining mystery.
That's nice.
It's certified fresh.
It's a miracle.
Okay, you're freaking me out now.
It's the best Knives Out movie yet.
This case is solvable, right?
Oh, you'll see. It's fun.
Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery starring Daniel Craig. Now playing in select theaters on Netflix December 12th. Rated PG-13.
His name is Joe Concha. He never claims to be a psychic or a fortune teller. You've heard of the amazing Kreskin. Now, here's the amazing Concha.
Welcome back, everybody. All right, let's bring in our very special guest. He is Larry O'Connor. He is the host of Mornings on the Mall on WMAL in Washington, D.C., my former haunt. Larry, how are you?
Joe, I'm good, and I appreciate you calling me a special guest, because you do that. Whenever we're together, you always make me feel special.
Oh, that's great. They used to have, like in the 90s, like an NBC, it was always a very special episode of, you know, what every episode was a very special episode. Yes. Too funny.
Of Blossom, Joey's coming of age.
Blossom, thank you. Yes, that's what I was going for. I can remember the show. Anyway, so Tim Walz, I think when we look back years from now, we're just going to...
So Tim Walz. Yeah, let's talk about him.
Let's talk about him. Nearly a couple of swing states away from being a heartbeat from the presidency. And he was only chosen by Kamala Harris because Josh Shapiro was too darn Jewish and Pete Buttigieg was too darn gay. So
yes,
Walz, through social media, started calling J.D. Vance weird, and the media loved that for some reason, thought it was like the greatest thing ever. That got Team Kamala's attention, and then her one big decision she had to make during that campaign was who's going to be my number two, and she chose the goofy 80s sitcom dad, to go back to sitcoms for a moment, in Tim Walz. And this guy has said like the most bizarre stuff where, for instance, he said he was in Hong Kong during the Tiananmen Square massacre when he was back in Nebraska. Or he said that he was this great football coach, like he's the next, Joe Gibbs. And it turns out he was only an assistant because he was doing 97 miles an hour in his 30s and got a DUI for it and then wasn't allowed to be a head coach, had to be a volunteer. He lied about his military service, said he carried weapons of war when he actually ditched his unit to go back to Minnesota once they were deployed to Iraq. I mean, I could go on and on with the things that he has said, but the best is that he puts himself up in a high moral plane. So we're going to play this clip for you. This is Cut 7, Elias, and it's going to talk about how he's talking about how we have to really up our civility and discourse, and then we're going to hear all the things he said about Donald Trump over the last year. This is Cut 7. Go.
Has done. He's normalized this type of hateful behavior and this type of language.
Well, maybe it's time for us to be a little meaner. And when it's adult like Donald Trump, you bully the out of him back.
What we should demonize is people like Elon Musk.
Although I will say this, the last few days you woke up thinking there might be news. Just saying. There will be news sometime. Just so you know, there will be news.
Just so you know, for the audience at home, the last soundbite was Walz openly hoping to read news that Donald Trump was dead. I'll give you the floor, Larry.
Yes, what a guy. Thank you. And that's what we call a professional tee-up, Joe.
Thank you.
That whole litany of things that you listed about Tim Walz's career and his track record, his background, his time as governor, and what have you, the Kamala Harris campaign knew about all of that. And they were fine with picking him, partly because of the arrogance that goes along with being a leading Democrat candidate, because they know the media won't really ask any tough questions. They won't do their job of vetting. And, oh, by the way, let's add to all of that the fact that we've now learned that on Tim Walz's watch, the largest single fraudulent government scandal involving their health services and education policies and these slush funds of tax dollars during the pandemic was built to the tune of multiple billions of dollars. And it appears at best he was incompetent, and at worst he actually participated in all of it. And none of this came out during the campaign. The guy is an absolute disaster, but you locked in on the most important part. As bad as Tim Walz is, Kamala Harris still looked at her choices and said, oh, yeah, this is my guy. It will never not be funny that Kamala Harris felt that Tim Walz was the better choice than Mark Kelly. How humiliating must it be for Mark Kelly to go to bed every night knowing that?
That's a great point, and maybe that's why Kelly wants to be president now, because he felt he definitely got passed over. Certainly would have been a better choice. I wonder if the Biden DOJ knew about all this, because this isn't something new, this whole scandal, as far as $1.7 billion is the number that's bigger than the entire economy of Somalia, where the money went to a terror group out of Minnesota. Yes. This was supposed to be food for hungry children, where that money was allocated to, and autism centers that never actually opened. And instead, this was all funneled out. They have a mayor there, Jacob Frey. I'm not quite sure how you pronounce his last name. Doesn't matter. And he is petrified of the Somalian community. In other words, he knows that is a huge voting bloc now in his city. You might as well call Minnesota, Mogadishu at this point, because that's basically what it's become. But here's Jacob Frey after these allegations came out, saying, "We got your back. No one's going to demonize you over this, Somalians." This is cut 10, and it is awesome. Go.
To our Somali community. Daman Shabka.
What?
Somaliyed Kunul. Minnesota Garahan, Minneapolis. Waan Kuji Janila Hai. Waan Ku Gereb. Oh my God.
Wow, that's like listening to like a 12-year-old trying to read Hebrew for the first time, Larry.
I don't know if he went right to left. I don't know if Hebrew is the appropriate comparison here for that nation's native language. I love that. It's charming that you were trying to figure out how to pronounce his name, Frey or Frey. The question is, how do you pronounce it in Somali?
That's right.
That's all that matters, apparently.
Unbelievable.
The pandering that went on here, and it was really, truly an embarrassment. But let's face it, he just narrowly won re-election to a Somali national who was running to the left of him, like a Zoran Mamdani type there in Minneapolis. So, I mean, he's got to butter the bread on the right side, I suppose. And in this case, that's with Somali butter.
I mean, between New York, Minneapolis, and Seattle, I don't know like who has the worst mayor. I guess Chicago does with Brandon Johnson at 6% approval. But here's Seattle Mayor Bruce Harrell talking about how he doesn't want to put criminals in jail because we just don't know their life story. I'm serious about this. This is cut number 4. Go.
So when this person is committing 6 or 7 crimes, I don't know his or her story.
6 or 7?
Maybe they were abused as a child. Maybe they're hungry. So my remedy is to find their life story to see how we could help first. I have no desire to put them in jail, but I need to protect you.
After 6 or 7 crimes, you're not getting the message that maybe this person shouldn't be on the streets, Larry? I mean, these are NFL cities we're talking about.
Yeah, and listen, with a hat tip to J.D. Vance, the mayor may be right that this person was abused as a child, and that's why they've committed 6 or 7 crimes. And the only response is, I don't really care, Margaret. It doesn't matter. I don't care why they became criminals at this point, because the fact is they are criminals. They've broken the law, and if you don't punish them and put them away to keep them out of the general population, they will continue to commit crimes, and that's how we have these repeat offenders, because you know what? When you have a repeat offender, it means you have repeated victims, Joe, and the mayor is supposed to be looking out for and protecting the victims, not the criminals. But this is where the Democrat Party is right now. It's just like the Venezuelan boat story. I mean, they're so intense on being touchy-feely about the victims here of the missile attack in Venezuela that they end up defending narco-terrorists. And there's a direct line between the national security policies of Democrats in D.C. all the way over to this idiotic mayor in Seattle. And if this is what the next election is going to be about, I'm feeling pretty good right now.
Seriously. And we're talking to Larry O'Connor. He is the host of Mornings on the Mall, WMAL, Washington, D.C. Yeah, that's the thing here. Donald Trump is a magician. He somehow has now made Democrats defend men playing against women in sports, defend Kilmar Abrego Garcia, the Maryland man, not far from you, who actually was, I don't know, MS-13 and beat his wife and was a human trafficker. They're going to go defend him, even go visit him down in Central South America, like Chris Von Hollen, the senator of Maryland, did, and now here, obviously, defending narco-terrorists. It's unbelievable. Yeah. And they listen to people like Sam Harris. Now, who's Sam Harris? This guy has a podcast. Pretty rich guy, huge Democrat. Here he is in Cut 13 talking about how, he'd rather just have a bunch of unelected people running the country with a president who's in a coma than actually a freely elected, duly elected president. This is Cut 13. Go.
I would rather have a president in a coma where the duties of the presidency are executed by a committee of just normal people.
I mean, so, all right, we don't know who these people are, right? Just like we didn't with Joe Biden and the auto pen. I mean, who was running the country? Was it Anita Dunn? Yeah. Was it Ron Klain? Was it Karine Jean-Pierre and Hunter Biden, which is a scary, scary thought? And that's what he'd rather have over Trump because of that derangement syndrome. I mean, that's how many on the left feel, Larry.
Yeah, no, but at the same time, I got to say, to be honest, if my choice is, Zoran Mamdani, Bernie Sanders, or Gavin Newsom, and a President Trump in a coma with Trump's cabinet and Trump's team, who are you choosing? I know who I'm choosing. I guess it's some sort of academic exercise here. What's better? But the fact of the matter is they did have a president in a coma. His name was Joe Biden, and we saw how that worked out. Ultimately, these elections, yes, are about the individuals and their fitness to serve. But beyond that, it is about the ideas. It's about the team. It's about the cabinet they put together. Joe Biden had Merrick Garland, Kamala Harris, Alejandro Mayorkas, and Lloyd Austin. And we've got Pam Bondi. We've got Pete Hegseth. We've got J.D. Vance. And we've got Tom Homan and Kristi Noem. I know what side I want to be on, and I think the American people are too.
Yeah, and Scott Bessent, who continues to just completely and totally impress. Yeah, he's an MVP along with Marco Rubio. That I do know. Anyway, they're telling me that we're out of time, Larry, so I appreciate you joining us on a weekend. And get some rest.
Break. Come on.
I heard you had a very taxing vacation, so go take a vacation from your vacation. And
I need a break from my vacation.
There you go. Well,
thanks, Joe.
All right, man. Talk to you soon. That was Larry O'Connor. Great guest. And this is Joe Concha. This is the Tunnel to Towers Foundation Sunday morning show. Back with more. We'll wrap this puppy up in just a moment.
It's the Joe Concha Tunnel to Towers Foundation Sunday morning show.
Looking for financial insights you can trust?
How do you protect yourself as an investor? What's the strategy?
I think it's really simple. I think you just want to be diversified in your portfolio.
The Payne family brings real-world experience to every conversation.
Well, I think that's the problem right now is, right, a lot of people that are close to retirement, they're taking so much risks. And if we do get a big sell-off, it could derail their retirement.
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here. Wishing you a very happy half-off holiday, because right now Mint Mobile is offering you the gift of 50% off unlimited. To be clear, that's half price, not half the service. And Mint is still premium unlimited wireless for a great price. So that means a half day, yeah? Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.